Baba and I combined. Experience whatever the experience of this moment is, as a part of the passing show of experiences. With Baba, the terminology of bondage does not exist. Because in his company, I can see and pierce through all the illusions. Baba and I together can see clearly reality completely separate from unreality. More I, the being, undress. From these experiences that come and go. More Baba and I. is known as absolute reality and truth. That is all it takes, nothing more. And how to undress from these transient, temporary, fleeting experiences. Just to know one's bare truth, truth with no dress. Just to know that. Then there is natural disinterest and natural unimportance of all these stresses of experiences. Only from the place of knowing can the addiction of these experiences wear off. Just surrender. As an experience comes, surrender to the stillness and the silence of Baba and the self that I am. More and more, the being is immersed in the silence and the stillness as his only interest. That is what it means. Sleep with Baba, talk to Baba, do everything with Baba. Eat with Baba, drink with Baba, walk with Baba, think with Baba. Make him your best friend. Because for truth, the only companion can be the truth. And it's not like if other parts are playing out and our own parts are playing out. There's some kind of feeling of dislike. No. Not at all. The more Shanti. Right now, there are beautiful rainstorms here. Okay. Now, we don't know how long will this internet last. All right. So there's no, I don't know how internet is working, but there is no electricity right now. So I don't know what's making it work, but it's working somehow. So we'll see how long it lasts. Okay. So if it gets disconnected, it's the beautiful act of nature that's happening. Okay. All right. So today, Baba was, would you like to share today? How about, since we don't know when it's all going to go, so how about you all share today? Hmm? Would you all like to share today?
No, sister, I was just making a comment. You're still glowing in the dark.
The eyes, the beautiful eyes of beholder, yes.
Yeah.
Mm. But anyone would like to share?
So just reading again about with the paragraph where Baba was talking about you have to be the embodiment of awareness.
Mhm.
You know, it's not that you just have to be, you are.
Mhm.
And when the soul is home, it doesn't have to have any thought, it doesn't have thoughts or anything, but it is in its awareness then. So right
Mhm.
now also we just have to be in our awareness.
Mhm.
And you know, when you are in the golden age, you are a deity. It naturally just comes. So
Mhm.
that's something which was, and it's so beautiful how Baba just lifts you up so much, and he tells us about a fortune, how elevated we are, and everything he takes us there, and how he takes us that we are. That thing was so touching. You are so strong. You have so much strength that something which is naturally combined, you can separate. I said, wow, Baba, what a beautiful ways you have to say. Even then, making the kids, glorifying his children, giving, still empowering, saying it with so much empowerment.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
that's something that is always combined while eating, living, talking, walking, sleeping. Even then, you claim that you forget or, you know, you're separated. And then, you know, about the awareness part that he touches.
Yeah,
That's, yeah,
I
was amazing. And accumulate, 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 you know, how
absolutely.
the time, the thoughts, the words, the powers and the virtues that he's talking.
Yeah. Excellent, Murli. I just wanted to kind of capture it in an image, if it was possible at all. Yeah. So Baba said, be the embodiment of Swarup, right? Smriti Swarup is a better word. Yeah. Be the Smriti Swarup. That is the soul that I am, right? Now there are two directions I can go into. When I, the being, I know Baba is asking me to be the Smriti Swarup. He's asking this soul which has absolutely no other Smriti other than being the child of God. Yeah? That's the only thing that the soul knows. Baba and I, as the only reality, as the only truth, nothing else. Yeah. This is the being that I am. This is the one Baba speaks to, Baba loves, Baba sits with, Baba wants the soul to sleep in his lap, Baba eats with, Baba drinks with, Baba walks with, Baba talks with. This is the being that I am, right? In this space, I the being, how do you see Baba is seeing you? Is there any thought that is needed to combine you and Baba here? This golden star that you are? Nothing. Any Aadhar you need to be combined with God? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There is no mind, no intellect, no sanskars, no body, nothing. No concepts of time, no concept of space, no concept of distance, no concept of image, no concept of memory, nothing. This is the star Baba is loving. Yeah. But now Baba is also telling me, you become the swarup of thoughts. Yeah. You become Sankalp Swarup instead of being Smriti Swarup. Right? So then Baba is showing me, look, now from here, as I've told you who you are, now from here, you the soul, you have two options. Because as long as you're in the physical body, in the physical world, you will use the tools of the mind. You have two options. There's this one mind, which is this, and there's another mind that is Baba's mind. Completely pure, clean, no different sanskaras there. Yeah, just Baba's mind, all one, all equanimous. Yeah, no division, nothing. That's Baba's mind. So Baba is telling the soul, now I'll show you and educate you, the being, about the mind that you have and the mind that I have. That is Baba has, right? So this mind that you're seeing is the Satopradhan sanskars, and the self is wearing this costume when it comes, this golden star, wears the costume of golden thoughts, and it gets a golden body, and it plays a golden part. Right? Now the same soul goes to Silver Age. Some Silver Age costume it starts to wear, and it wears silver thoughts, Silver Age costume of the body, and Silver Age quality of sanskars. The soul wears it on top of its golden star that it is. Nothing can change that. Yeah. So on top of it, there's a silver costume, right? Now it comes to Copper Age. It wears the costume of worshipper and worthy of worship, both. More so worshipper, right? And it wears the costume of a worshipper. It's just a dress of thoughts. It's just a dress of sanskars. The star is still golden. Now it comes to Iron Age. The star is still golden. You see in the background, it is what it is. But it starts to wear the costume of the thoughts, which are dark in nature. Yeah? And it starts to believe it is that costume. Now, all Baba is doing is Baba has literally pulled the soul out of the mind and brought the soul right in the middle of this mind and between Baba and I. Who are you first? Smriti Swarup. You're none of those sanskars. You're none of those costumes. Completely undress yourself. Yeah? First, undress yourself. You're wearing no experience, none of these golden aged, silver aged, copper aged, iron aged experiences. You're not wearing any of them. You're just experience-less being. First, know that. Can you know yourself like this completely? Otherwise, the moment you wear this thought, you will appear to be this. The moment you wear this thought, you will appear to be this. But what is happening is, if this soul is wearing this thought and appearing to be this, there's nothing wrong with it. If the soul is wearing it. But what is happening is this star in this costume with this black dress on top of black thoughts really wants to become free, because at the end of the day, the soul is feeling that appearing to be suffering its dream, right? This blackness on the star is the dream state, which it's appearing to be feeling itself to be this dream character, right? So now Baba comes and Baba says, speaks to the soul, and Baba is talking to the soul. Now this star with his black costume on it is trying to wear this costume and trying to wear this, becoming naked as this. Can it happen? Can it happen? No. So Baba is not talking one who's become Swarup of thoughts. It doesn't matter how beautiful those thoughts are. You're not Swarup of any of these thoughts. You're completely beyond these costumes. Now you, the soul, naturally, what will you gravitate towards? Baba's mind, no? Will you gravitate towards Baba's mind? Or not? Or do you have to practice? This one is practicing, or this one is practicing, or this one is practicing, or this one we will leave, but for now. But these three are practicing. I would say even this one is practicing. Because I'm none of these sanskars. So somebody was asking me, so I'm not even Satopradhan sanskars. No, you're not. They are inside of you. You're not Satopradhan sanskars. Yeah. First, know who I am. Because if you, the soul, keep giving your sense of self to any of these kind of thoughts from your different sanskaras, you will never know you. And that is why Baba said today in the second passage that if you did not have, sorry, where did it go? Yeah, so first we will go. That is why Baba is saying, do you experience the fortune in the form of all companionship with Baba? Are you with me or far away from me? You're with me. Hello, child. You're with me. Are you not? Hello, wake up, child. Are you with me? Baba खरा खरा के पूछ रहा है, are you with me or far away from me? So you're with me, are you not? If you listen to anyone, it is me, your teacher, your father. So when you eat with me, you eat with Bap Dada. When you eat on your own, that's your mistake, because then when you're eating on your own, you're eating as one of the Swarups here, especially this one. Yeah, you're eating as this Swarup. The soul is wearing this costume of this thought and now eating as this person. True? So that's why Papa is saying, eat with me to who? Not to this star, to this one. But this one starts to eat with Baba. Baba ko gulab jamun bahut pasand hai. I'll make it for him and then I'll make sure he eats it through this party. Okay. So if you listen to anyone, so Baba is saying, the father says, eat with me, you children have also promised, I live with you, I will eat and drink with you, I will sleep with you, and I will return home with you. It is a natural state for the soul to eat with Baba, to sleep with Baba, to think with Baba, everything. Yeah. So Baba is saying, when you go to your office or business, are you just a trustee of that business? And the father is the master. So when you go to work, you know that your director, your boss is Bab Dada. You're just an instrument and doing everything under his directions. Now, if this one is listening, what would this office, this boss, this colleagues, and this my work and me as the manager, how would all of that feel to you? Any sense of reality in it?
They're just playing their parts there.
In their parts, yes. And what else? Any reality, even in their parts. Like I was sharing in the morning, right? Like someone said to this one, what is company? Company is nothing but a bunch of inner voices coming together. Right?
So, sister, here Baba kind of made, Baba is saying, which we always say, that our place of work is also place of service.
Yes.
Because when we are saying that, Baba says that that he's the director, he's the boss there, and he's everything. So whatever we're doing, we are serving Baba. It's a service.
See, who is listening? Who's the director? Who's the boss?
Baba.
And who's the director? Are you the director? Are you the manager?
No.
Who are you that is listening? See, this point can very important that you pointed it out. This point can be taken by the person listening, and that person will go to the office and think, I'm here to serve my director, my colleagues, and my boss, and everything. So I have to do the work. It's still the sense of reality is very much with these labels and with this body and with this work. Yeah. Whereas when you are with Baba, you, the being, will experience that all of this is simply a make believe game
Mm-hmm.
in my mind. There's no director, there's no boss, there is no. There is no worker or whatever you call it. You work under the boss. So there's
All
none
are
of,
same.
sorry,
All are same.
all are same. The feeling with we are all brother souls. Yes, whatever the body is just like ashes. And this work is nothing but an inner game going on. Someone believing I'm the director, someone believing I'm the janitor, someone believing I'm the boss. It doesn't matter. It's just a label they're carrying in their inner minds.
There's the scripts that they are playing off, but
Yeah,
there's
it's just
a
labeled.
sense of
Yeah.
equality.
Then I'm really in my sense of truth and reality. Then it's automatically serving and work is happening for name's sake.
First, when the person was listening, the first line, it kind of the automatically the
Yeah.
picture of the boss can say, "No, Bobby, you're not like him."
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I said, "Ah, this is the person reading, not the soul reading." Then kind of reread it, and then it was taken differently. But it was, the person mind can really take it in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
first you said like the image of the boss. No, 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 Baba, you can't be like that. You are not like that. So
Yeah, so it's a person mind. And that's okay. You can see that person mind is also playing its own imagery in the mind, but it's all within you. Yeah. So you can see it as separate from you, right? So that is why Baba is saying that I'm your friend who tries to cheer you up. How is Baba cheering up the soul when the soul feels the pull and the push of this mind? Then Baba comes to cheer you up. Hello, you're not this mind. You use my mind. You are this being. Use my mind.
Om Shanti. Didi,
Mm-hmm.
can I ask something?
Yeah, sure.
Um, so there is conscious mind and there is subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the conscious thoughts that we are creating and like what we are listening and we consciously understanding that this is not me and the intellect, the buddhi is registering the reality, the truth of the soul and does not identify with any experiences but subconscious, which is 90%, and especially when you said yesterday that it appears to be real because we have been living it since 63 births. So whenever I look back as in whenever I look inward, I see that, that stories and that reel. And then I change, and then I, for example, this class will over, and I walk from here to kitchen and I still, when I go inward and see again that thing is playing. So you see that continuously and then this is also true that we cannot really get into the game of removing or changing or doing anything with those, but that is continuously playing. And
Mm.
this information is registering in the conscious mind, as in I know it, but it's not right now for this soul. It's not uh, there yet. The
Mm-hmm.
the 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 content is still that only of the person identity or of this old stories. This
Previous.
information, yeah, is there, but the so it's like I am, for example, I was telling that everything is positive in the starting when we started this journey. I have to create positive thoughts every no matter whatever is happening, but I have to create. So similarly, is it the process that we have to go through it, that we consciously have to, you know, I'm eating with Baba. So when we start eating food, Baba, we are in the awareness that me and Baba is combined completely, absolutely. And then when we start eating, the body and mind comes into the movement. And then again, when you look back after 4, 5 bites, you will still see the mind is again playing. And this is the process that I see happening. So if you can shed some light on this.
Yeah. Very first and most important thing that we all really need to know that we've been hearing since we have come to this Brahmin life is we are the creator of our thoughts. We are not the creator of our thoughts. That's why Baba has been telling us the knowledge of drama every single Murli lately. It's a script. It's a reel that is 84 parts. It's recorded in you and it's just playing out, playing out, playing out. How is that reel recorded? In the form of sanskars. And sanskars are converted and coming in the form of thoughts to the conscious level. Sanskars in the subconscious. Conscious level is the thoughts. That's how sanskars manifest, right? Sanskars are not on the conscious level. Sanskars are on the subconscious level, or even probably smriti of those based on those sanskars is in the unconscious level of the mind, right? And then the second is subconscious, where you have only got all these sanskars there. And then the conscious level is based on whatever sanskars you have believed yourself to be, whichever costume you have worn tightly, those thoughts will come on the conscious level, right? Now, if I try to know myself at the level of the mind and through the mind, I will never know me. I can only know me by going beyond all these four different sets of sanskars locked up in my mind. I am this being who needs no thought, who needs no body to be who I am. And this is where it is like something which is, this is one thing. Everything can be taught. This one thing cannot be taught. And this one thing is, who am I? It can only be seen in your direct experience. And that direct experience you can really see it in is as you take these costumes off. Means you're not giving importance to any thought that is coming. Even if you're lost and immersed, just know you, the being, is still you. Nothing about you has changed. Immersion, even if I was immersed in this, believing myself to be this, it is me who was having this experience. And that experience was an immersive experience, but nothing about my truth ever changed. So the moment you realize it, you can't do much about the moments you were lost. But the moment you realize it, as though you are completely separate and untouched by it, and it's all happening inside of you. Yeah. And you will find as you keep paying attention that you are before and beyond these four aspects of sanskaras or mind or whatever you want to call it. Actually, you are absolutely complete and perfect being. So if you, let's say for some moments you were immersed in this. Yeah. Now what is happening is, it's not like we are, if we are not aware of this truth of who I am, that's why it's only an awareness. It cannot be taught. It can be known. Yeah. And once I know this awareness of who I am, and have died to all these sanskaras as mine, and all these thoughts as mine, then even if when I'm immersed, I step out as though nothing ever has touched me. There's a zero sense of when will this sanskar go? How long will it be? Why do I keep getting lost? It is just layers and layers of this blackness. Nothing else, which keeps you trapped here. Yeah. And as you start taking off these, means as you start creating a space between you and this mind, you will find there comes a time, which now I will share what I see now is Baba and I together. This is where I am now. I'm not even here. Baba and I together. And I see there are certain very strong feelings that can come up of especially certain strong sanskars that I can see. I, the being, can really see those strong sanskars in me. And when I see them, I'm seeing them with Baba, and they are trying to exert their pull. They are not just staying there. They have a momentum and they have an energy that they are really using. Yeah. Somewhere because they have got an identity from me. They've been fueled by me for many, many births. So
Yeah, they seems very real. Yeah.
yeah,
And a
they
pull is
seem
there.
very real. Yeah. So what I, the being sitting with really community together, I see, I know there is nothing that I'm seeing on the screen of my mind. All of these, this particular person called Rini shows up on the screen, and feeling some tightness of that dress of that sanskar. Me, mine, I can see that person literally in a very subtle form. Now, there's no gross suffering, but there's a subtle suffering. I can literally see this whole body mind complex and this face and image and name and everything on that mind. And Baba and I are seeing as a detached of the suffering of that person. Hmm? And Baba is showing, do you see how this sanskar has created this particular image, this final image? And see how this person is feeling. Sometimes little, tiny, very subtle forms of me, mine, and I here. And that is, child, do not even make the mistake of touching it. In my light, you can see everything clearly. Everything that was unconscious is now coming up. Let it come up. Don't touch it. Be with me. You're so pure. Don't touch that impurity. You're so pure, right? And then when I, the being, see that, oh, and more you're seeing that, more you're realizing it's all an imaginary game. Now, it's not some word somebody has told you it's an imaginary game and your mind is repeating it's an imaginary game, it's an imaginary game. It's actually you're seeing it as imagination playing. Their body is very much part of their imagination.
Yeah, this also happens that we start repeating the words, I'm not the experience, I'm not the, and you're still experiencing that and you're just repeating it. Yes, that is also very conscious effort. And so, Didi, for example, if you are eating your food, do you all the time eat it with Baba?
So I will tell you, it's not like you don't forget. There are immersive moments during the day. You get immersed, but generally it's less and less. The reason is, and definitely there is, I would say, habit of being with Baba has become much stronger. Yeah. So immersive moments are there. But whenever I realize, I step out very cleanly. Does that make sense? It's as though, as Baba says, na, saap ne skin ko choda. Snake is leaving the skin so effortlessly. It's literally I, the being, am leaving the skin of this experience effortlessly. There's no effort. So you let go of that skin. It was that moment. There's nothing that can be done about it. So why even wear the costume of worry? Oh, why did I? This is another costume you're wearing on top of the other costume. Yeah. So what one has realized as a result, there is less immersion. There is intensity of immersion is not very strong because as though Baba is literally there for me. For me, the being. And he shows you the perspective of who you are very clearly, separate from your mind. So it's not like that same sanskar is not coming, but the power of that sanskar over the soul is becoming lesser and lesser. But my truth of being that super sensuous joy is constantly the same. Yeah. Even if it's I can see Rini part crying in the mind, sitting and crying in the sense, not tears, but feeling the suffering of the subtle emotions. Yeah, I can see that on the screen of the mind now. And that is why you are not trapped in it. You're seeing and you're loving it. You're actually enjoying the power of who you are. And I really feel that this is the power where I feel immense gratitude for Baba and immense gratitude for others' paths, because I really feel that this is where I feel that Baba, I would never get this chance to experience my power any other time like this. This is the inner game the soul is playing. Actually, soul is observing, not playing, but the soul is just a still and silent observer. So your stillness and your silence feels more real because the movement is on the screen of the body mind. The emotions feeling, constraining, whatever is feeling in the body mind game. And I feel I am so totally separate from it. But at the same time, I know this is all happening within me. So they cannot exist without me. So I don't hate them. Does that make sense? I just see it as another experience that has emerged from me. And it's simply an illusion. You, the being, can see it now with Baba. It's an illusory game going on in the arena of mind and body. Body is the playground for the mind. And you can see it now. And I'm totally out of this whole thing with Baba. Being aware, being cleanly aware. So they don't take over. So it doesn't come into action. So when you awareness, I would say action probably, if anything ever comes into action, it would maybe once a year, but it would be more like not an action of blast, but an action of I can see this irritation coming up. It's not coming in my voice, but I can see it, and I'm seeing it's being kind of something is stopping it from coming into voice. But I know there was an irritation energy mixed in my words. So that kind of, it comes into action. But really, if you're truly experiencing your golden truth with Baba, action will not be too much. Yeah? It won't come into action just like this. If you're living an alert, awake life. If you're accurately seeing it, action will be lot less. But why do we say if it comes into action, then also you should know what you need to be? Yeah? Then you step out as though nothing has happened. So even if it does happen, like once a year, I said, if it does happen, earlier it would happen more in the beginning stages, but now it is very rarely that it will come into action. But even if it does, it's literally more like an irritation came in my voice, which I know, or some little bit, that's all, but never shouting, screaming, or never like seeing someone as a daughter or as a husband. No, it doesn't happen that much at all. But it's more like, because you don't entertain waste, you don't entertain, but it's not like you don't talk to them. You talk to them, but you always use a Jnani costume on top of that talk. Your talk is immersed in, it's like literally dipping in the knowledge. So everything ordinary that may seem like, but you are really speaking knowledge through those ordinary words. Does it make sense? You really become very creative in that as you become
Yeah.
more awake. Yeah.
So it's a constant life of attention. You
It is.
cannot, let go of that. You can't
Yeah.
say that today I'm bored and I don't want to keep attention and
Yeah.
I want to. You can't
No,
say that.
because I can see boredom. It's not like boredom doesn't come, but because this golden star combined with Baba, I know boredom is a tamo pradhan sanskar in the form of, it's coming in front of me because I know this is the aspect of the mind. And mind is within me and it's coming and showing me that please let me go. So I'm like, okay, I let you go. I don't hold on to you. I let you go. So then when the mind is feeling bored and all and it's complaining, I'm feeling bored, you don't do anything, you just do gyan, whatever the mind may want to say. It doesn't say much, huh? But I'm just saying, I've heard these stories. I'm saying it may say, I enjoy being with Baba, and the soul really enjoys the company talking to Baba about truth. I can speak to Baba about body is ashes every single day, every single moment. It's not boring for me. I can speak to Baba that body is nothing but, and I can see others' bodies as ashes, and it's not boring for me. I can be all alone, or I can be in the midst of everyone and still be in the company of one. Does that make sense? So, more you enjoy his company, nothing is boring for you. That is the truth. I don't need to be in action all the time to feel I am entertained. Yeah. So what one is saying is more you know your truth. And this one really loves talking to Baba about the truth. Very much. So Baba, what do you think? How do you see me? In this moment also you're loving me so much. And in this moment also you're loving, you can't just live without me. So I just keep talking to Baba like that. And I just love it. I don't need any company of any human being. It's not out of need that I meet anybody. It happens in the drama and I meet. It doesn't happen in the drama, I don't meet. It's all okay. I don't need any human company. But if drama wants me to meet, yes, you can meet 1,000 people and it's still the same.
Just as you said, you're not seeking nor avoiding.
Yeah, not seeking nor avoiding. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. So I'm not seeking any job, any service, any company, nothing. Whatever comes, comes. Whatever goes, goes. That's how the nature of the outer drama and the inner drama is. But yeah, this one loves talking to God. And this is one thing which I would recommend to anyone who really wants to make it easy for themselves is talk to Baba about the truth. So Baba, what do you think about buying vegetables? Because this language does not exist for you. So what do you mean by this? So this one will talk. So Baba will say, it's just a movement. You are experiencing a movement of the body. There's nothing more to it. There's no husband, there's no vegetables, it's all ashes. It's all ashes. Okay, it's all ashes. Hmm? It's all sound effects and ashes. Nothing else. There's nothing else to it, child. There's nothing else. Okay, Baba. Then how are you seeing the scenery? It's nature, it's matter around you, nothing else, child. Okay, Baba. So you constantly, when someone is talking, like when I'm with people, I would be like, Baba, what are you seeing them as a child? I'm not seeing the skeletons, I'm not seeing the ashes, I'm just seeing the tiny point. So are you not seeing their behavior? Are you not seeing their words? How do you hear their words? So you are internally with him and they are all talking around you. Hmm? But when they come to speak with you, and in that seva is happening, all the seva is happening there. The environment is created around you in such a way because you're living like that. There's an environment created in which they all are getting sustained by God. They're getting. I have to think. Even my mind now doesn't have time to think. उसने क्या बोला वो interest ही नहीं आता उस बातों में. It doesn't mean that at times mind doesn't think. Of course, there are times when it thinks. But now it feels so foreign because I have no interest in it. So it feels very much, okay, whatever. It's just imaginary mind speaking. Some imaginary image, self-image it has created, and now it's speaking as that self-image. And I know it's all happening within me. I'm not feeding it with my attention. I'm not giving importance to it, because, not because I don't want to give it importance, because I have no interest in it. Yeah. So you're really living very much at the level of being who you so broken the forms of bodies, like you've broken it down to the level of sensations, movements, ashes, and sound. So what is real in that? Oh, a bundle of sensations using the sound effect. What is real in that? Hmm? Yeah, Wi-Fi is working. I don't know how. So how does it matter? Does it matter? In itself is a miracle. I don't know. He's asking, is your Wi-Fi working? I said, yeah, I don't know how. But the thing is just that you just be with Baba and allow him to make you see the way he sees. He's not seeing the body. He's not even seeing the ashes. He knows that you, the soul, is experiencing certain sensations. That is all it is. Rest is all labeling by the body, mind, labeling by the mind, and descriptions of that label. Yeah? That is all it is. So when you're living with Baba, you're living at the level of your absolute truth and really seeing all the functioning and the play of mind and its body as simply sensations and sound effects. Yeah? That is all. So now when you go to the office, is there a boss or a bundle of sensations with some sound effects? Huh? And your own body and mind, bundle of sensations with some sound effects going on, some inner voice speaking something or the other, always doesn't matter what it speaks. Who cares? My interest is in Baba and I use his mind. Making sense? Then Baba will feel real. You will know him as the truth. Then you can have a living relationship with him. Otherwise, it's a conceptual relationship with Baba. For as long as this body, mind, and action and the sound is feeling real, it's a conceptual relationship with Baba. And a living relationship with drama, inner drama. But when you know Baba as a living relationship with you, the soul, then you can interact with this conceptual inner drama and the outer drama both. Yeah? You can experience your power of who you are, and you can also see these different forms of thoughts, different forms of emotions, memories that come and play. It's a beautiful truth Baba is teaching us, a very simple one. So now when you go from the class to the kitchen or wherever you go, yes, mind will play, but why are you giving your attention to it? It will keep talking. We are not here to see what it's talking. Its nature is to talk. It will talk about all good, bad, ugly, everything. You be immersed with Baba, and in front of you, this is constantly changing. These thoughts are constantly ranging from this to this to this to this. Thoughts are of all different varieties. You stay with Baba and talk to Baba. Isn't it? But you are not changing. When I identify with this changing thoughts, then I feel I am changing. I'm feeling sometimes very happy, like golden aged happiness, blissful happiness. Sometimes I feel silver aged happiness. Sometimes I feel copper aged happiness. And sometimes I feel iron aged unhappiness. Yeah. So there are 4 different variations of happiness that you experience. But you're none of that. It's just silent presence, absolutely changeless. That happiness is the real happiness. Now in front of you, all these 4 different types are coming and going, coming and going. Yeah? So knowing yourself as that one that is not changing is the key. Not these, not trying to feel this for some time and then feel this for some time and then feel this. I don't want to feel this. I want to feel this, at least here, if not here. Can you be the observer of all of this? Then you will experience this mind of Baba. But first, knowing I'm beyond everything. Only then. Otherwise, you will say, oh, Baba's mind or my mind. You will become the mind. No. First, know who I am without the mind, prior to the mind, before the mind and the body. Then you can take Baba's thought and be the embodiment of his thought. But who? This golden star. Combined with Baba. Yeah?
Om
Yeah.
Shanti Devi.
Didi,
Sorry, you speak.
no, please, you speak. Yeah.
Okay. Didi, I put in the chat that could you explain different kinds of relationships you experience with Baba, narrating some examples?
Oh, that's like a different class, but it is like when you are with Baba, you are experiencing that love that exists as a soul amongst all relationships, right? So, for example, when I'm experiencing Baba as my child, then I will find all those who are playing the relationships of children will seem to me as really imaginary in my mind, and it's in their imagination that I, the soul, in this form or name, and their mother. This will be seen very clearly when you're experiencing relationship with Baba. Yeah? Doesn't matter. You can put any relationship now in front of it. Yeah? It could be senior, junior. It could be center, sister. You will not experience that soul as a center sister. You will see Baba as your head. Yeah? And Baba as your head, you will experience that I, the being, and that being, completely beyond any aspect of any role. But at the same time, with Baba, I can also see those other feelings that can come up of this mind body complex that can come up, which is saying, but you know what? You have to respect. She's the senior. You have to wala aega beech mein. Whereas this being will respect because that's natural nature for me. And I will see, okay, this is just some sanskar that has come up and it will merge back into me if I don't give it life. So now respect is not something I have to. Respect is a natural state of me, the being, and it will naturally flow from me.
Sister, when there are cases of disagreement that you don't agree to anything that they're asking you to do, then?
Yeah. So when they ask me, like they used to ask me to not go to the center sometimes in the beginning, yeah? Don't go to the center. They're brainwashing you. That's how they would say, yeah, to this one. And this one would just see, or they would even sometimes say something about BKs. Yeah, and maybe criticize BKs and Brahma Baba and whatnot. Yeah. And this one would be like, Baba would say to the soul, does God need to be defended? No, Baba. God does not need to be defended. You don't need to defend me. You just see them as I'm seeing them. That's it. I don't need
Yeah,
a
I think
defense lawyer.
we don't know how to chat with Baba. I've tried, it usually becomes more like a drama chat than the way you talk. It's just not coming natural to me, especially.
Yeah, same here, same here. Thanks, Sonali sister, for because I was not able to say this, but it's not coming naturally to this one as well. It is so seems to be I'm just enacting, and other things looks real. I
Uh-huh.
mean,
Yeah, it is still because somewhere this identity, this thought costume is feeling real, right? Just take off all the costumes and ask Baba, teach me how to speak. Surrender. Baba, you have to teach me how to speak. I don't want to be deceived by this mind. You teach me how to speak. I surrender to you. I'm your child, a newborn baby. I've just taken birth in this moment. And ask him to teach you to speak. This one has just done that. And writing really, really helps. Like sitting with Baba as a golden star, as an angelic being, and I would write to Baba as a detached observer. Baba, I see this feeling, this feeling, this feeling, and this feeling. It's okay, Bachi. Leave all these energies to me. But they feel very real. Okay, what are you saying, Baba? Then you write. And when you're writing, somehow there is a much better communication that you will learn with Baba. Somehow. I don't know why. Maybe it takes longer to write or it gives a pause naturally. I don't know what it is. But somehow when you're writing, it's a very, very intimate connection with Baba.
Yeah, I think it gives clarity of thought. Like when you're writing, you can't write the way you think.
Probably, I don't know what it is, but when I'm writing to Baba, and this is what this one has done always, writing to Baba, and would keep a diary and a pen with the self, and then would write to Baba. Baba, this feeling came. Okay, who are you? सबसे पहले तो बाबा अलग ही कर देता है. Who are you? Are you this feeling? Is soul a feeling? No, Baba. So who are you? Baba, see yourself the way you are in your eternal form. This is how I am, Baba. In eternal form, I have no thoughts. You tell me what is my eternal form. What have I told you? Baba, there is no script, there is no story, there is no thoughts, there is no body. Then who are you? You're just a bodiless, thoughtless being. So whose thoughts are these? So you're writing all of this. And more you're writing,
Yeah.
first really becoming very clear in your anadi form. Then Baba,
Didi,
yes.
sorry, I've maintained it from the day one. And it's so amazing to go through the previous ones. You realize how much you've come closer to Baba, and it's really beautiful when you write a lot. I do that too. It really helps.
Yeah, it's very, very helpful to write.
It's like writing love letters to Baba.
Yeah. But as a soul, yeah, as a soul,
Yeah.
completely, absolutely detached.
Yeah.
So it will not be an artificial. You will really feel Baba is communicating with you. And in fact, you will find this is the only real conversation and communication you're having throughout the day. And then from there, you are coming into interactions. When you have real communication with Baba, now when you speak, now authentic conversations are taking place. Somehow others will not find right to speak to you in a certain way. They will automatically feel that, oh no, we can't speak to her like this. Do you see that they will feel those vibrations from Baba. Because when you're with Baba, why Baba is saying do everything with me? Because real will feel real. Unreality is a part within you which you have to play as an illusory game. That is all it is. It's not like just separate, but it's also part of you, which you are not despising, disliking, or liking, neutrally observing that illusory game manifesting from within you. But you are real. Everything else is make-believe inside of you.
Didi, on that note, one question from today's Murli, maybe it's tomorrow's Murli for you. In Vardhan, Baba says, become the swaroop of that thought. So sometimes if you need the power to face, and if you have, if you emerge the power to tolerate. So what does Baba mean to say that whenever you need those powers should come in front of you? Like, do
Yeah.
we...
Yeah. That's what Baba said. I think if you remember Sunday Murli, yesterday's Murli for you, Baba said, it's natural consequence of being a soul that the power that you need will serve you automatically. It's not a thinking process that this power I need. It is very much a natural process. That which you need will automatically be used. And you will not even know you have used it. Yeah? Yeah. So that is what really Baba means, that these things will start to, because this golden star that I am, everything is emerging from me. Everything is within me. Everything. And I am the being that is the common factor in all experiences that are emerging from within me. I am this common factor. Completely clean, plain, bare truth. And more you know yourself as that one, which is completely clean, plain, bare, Anadi Swarup, which Baba said yesterday. Remember what he said? by your being an embodiment of your original eternal form, your virtues and powers automatically emerge. Automatically. I'm not thinking to tolerate because I'm finding, and these are the things which we have shared many times, and I don't know how many of you are really embodying it and seeing it as a very practical tip, that every soul's part is a blessing for you. Your own part is a blessing for you. Your own parts, ups and downs, is a blessing for you. How many of us are really seeing it so that when I see it very clearly, all from this, and again, you can only feel it as a blessing, not as a mental statement. Mind can even take this, and make it a make a cake out of it. Yeah, make a meal out of it. But actually, it is the soul that is experiencing his truth and his power. This word power is very beautiful for this one, yeah? That the power of the being is really being experienced in the face of these emotions that come up. When they get triggered by someone outside or some memory in my own mind, when they get triggered, and I'm experiencing my truth, and I'm not getting pulled by them, even though they're trying to pull me, and I'm not getting pulled by them. This is real super sensuous joy. Then you will automatically see their blessings. But life has to be, as many times Baba has said, be introverted. If I'm constantly extrovert in action, then if I don't even have that foundation of being that introverted being that I am, then all the action is happening in extroversion. So if you see, Dadi's had that opportunity for 14 years of really just being in that bubble. It served them. So we don't have that opportunity, but we have directly Baba. They did not have Gyan then, right? But we have Baba's constant company with us. He's really available for you. Really available. Every moment he's here right now with us.
So that's why without power, the Wi-Fi is going on.
Yeah, I don't know how. Let's see how long. Let's see.
Yeah, without power, there is no Wi-Fi. Computer can be on.
Well, let's see how long it goes on for. But
It is gone for an hour, over an hour.
Yeah, for the whole class. Yeah. So that's the thing. Allow him to take charge of this life. Stop being the controller of your life. Me and my life. Yeah, it's Baba's magic. No more. I'm not the controller. The one who's trying to control the life is not you. You're an observer of that controller. You're observer of that one who's wanting to create thoughts. You are not the creator of these thoughts. But when I take Baba's thought and I embody it, then I'm the creator. So creation is a word which is poetic word. What it actually means is I've just embodied the thought from Baba. There will be zero sense of I, me, mine, and that in that thought. That I have created some positive thought to replace with the negative. No.
That was about my question, that what if one would not know that whether it's the golden age thought you're trying to wear momentarily versus it's Baba's thought.
In Baba's thought, it will not be as though it's mine or I have created or replaced. No. Baba's thought, oh, Baba gave it to me. It's not mine. I don't have that that supreme intellect, that supreme intelligence that Baba is.
Somehow you clearly know when it is Baba's thought. You know the difference that
Yeah.
this is
You
coming.
know, there's no me, mine in it.
Mm.
It is Baba's. You just know it. Otherwise, where will this thought come from? You don't need to defend me. You're not my defense lawyer.
Mm.
I mean, I could not have thought of that. Because for me, inside the other emotions were ranging high. How can they speak like this when they don't know about my Baba and my Baba's institution? And then I'm talking to Baba. Baba, I'm not going to take these thoughts as my costume. You take them. You tell me what is it that's the truth. Because I know if you are love and I am love, then all these feelings that are coming from these thoughts has got nothing to do with my truth. So you tell me. They are serving me. Their parts are serving me. So you tell me. And you clearly hear, because you did not wear the costume of that thought and that feeling, you absolutely hear God's voice. But if you wear that costume of that feeling and that thought, and then you try to talk to God wearing another costume on top, I'm talking to you, without taking them off, you can't hear him.
Yeah, I remember Brother Charlie was here and he said exactly the same thing. Like, you can only be on the one side. You cannot be, on the both sides and then say that, okay, I cannot hear what Baba's saying. Or,
Yeah,
that.
more than
So,
sight, it's more like a thought and feeling that you wear,
mm,
right? You need to know that. What is that sign? It's a thought and a feeling you're wearing. Yeah, we really need to know. I claim a thought and a feeling and an emotion as me, even subconsciously. Baba cannot work with you.
mm.
Didi, I would like to ask you, so when your family was not in harmony with you pursuing this path, how did you deal with it? I mean, I had the same challenges.
Yeah, I really will tell you that there was immense love that was the power that was there. Yeah. And there was a feeling of immense love that I was feeling from Baba, and immense love for those souls also. And always felt they are helping me emerge my unconditional love that I am. Unconditional love. Yeah. So never saw them as a vigna. Never saw them as an obstacle in my path. Yeah. Like somebody said yesterday, they sent me a message. Let me see if I can see. So I was writing to Baba. So they said, yeah, I'm facing a lot of virod from someone. That's the word they use.